Hello everyone, welcome to the solution of LeetCode problem 14 named longest common prefix. In this problem, we are given a vector of strings and we have to find the longest common prefix of strings in this given vector. Here, let's examine the first example. The given vector has three strings, which is flower, flow, and flight. And the common prefix among all of them is FL. FL is presented here, FL is presented here, and FL is presented here also. So we can say that the output of this example 1 is FL. Now, for the example 2, the input vector contains three strings, which is dog, race car, and car. But unfortunately, there is no common prefix among all of them. So in this case, we have to return empty string. Now let's understand the constraint here. The length of the vector can be in between 1 to 200, and each of the string presented in the vector and their length can be in between 0 to 200. And all the characters contains only the lowercase English letters. I hope you understood the problem. Now let's move on to the solution. Now let's take the first example. Here, the input vector contains three strings, which is flower, flow, and flight. Now, we have to find the common prefix among all of them. So, what is the intuition behind it? Does it necessary to iterate all of the strings? Or we have to iterate only over two of them? So, what is the basic intuition? So, the basic intuition is we don't have to iterate all of the strings. We only have to iterate the first and the last string after sorting of the given input vector. Why it is? Suppose for this example, if we sort the input vector, the order of the input string will be changed, and the new order is after sorting, which is flight, flow, and flower. Now, suppose we took the first string here, which is flight, and we took the last string here, which is flower. So we can say that the first two characters of the first string is FL, and the first two characters of the last string is also FL. So the basic intuition is, after sorting, we have to only look after the first and the last string of the input vector. Now here, the first string is flight and the last string is flower. And we have to use a for loop. Suppose the first string name is S and the last string name is T. And we have to iterate a for loop until we reach the last character of the first string or the last string. And if S of I is equal to T of I, then we have to append the current character to our resulting string. Suppose it is answer. And finally, we will find the longest common prefix. The intuition is very simple, and it will be more clear if I show you the code. Now let's understand the code. Here, we are given a function named longest common prefix and a input vector named as. The element of the vector is also a string. At first, we have to sort our input string. And for storing the answer, we are taking a temporary variable name answer. The initially this is empty, and we are taking the first string of our input vector after sorting. The name of our first string is first, and also the name of our last string is last. And we are taking them by using the front and the back function using C++. After that, we have to run a for loop till we reach the last character of the first string. And inside this for loop, we have to check if our current character of the first string is equal to the current character of the last string. If it is, we have to simply append the current character to the answer variable. Otherwise, we have to stop the for loop. And finally, we have to return the answer. I hope you understood the code. Now let's move on to the time and space complexity analysis of this program. Here, the time complexity is big O and log n, where n is the number of string in the vector. Because in our algorithm, we used a sorting function for this. The time complexity is big O and log n. And what is the space complexity? The space complexity of this program is big O n plus m. Why? Here, small n is the size of the vector and small m is the size of the resulting prefix string. So the total space complexity is big O n plus m. Thank you everyone for watching this video. We will get back soon with another LeetCode solution.